Hey, what's up everyone? We're back with another Nintendo Switch review for you. This one comes from the publisher Numskull, who very kindly sent over a couple of review copies for us.
Thanks lads.
Yeah, thanks for that.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It is a platform adventure set in a not too distant future, whereby a single corporation controls society by their free video games.
It really goes all out. Yeah, they don't sugarcoat their
No, they
hatred
don't
of
at all.
freemium
So a
mobile games.
bit of a social commentary in there, definitely. And what you will find is a platformer, but it is non-linear. It does reward repetition as well. And there's a few other little features we'll get to later on, which quite surprised me. A little add-on feature that we'll get to in a minute. You control a raccoon who's riding a llama, I do believe. Through the corporation, the video game corporation that I mentioned just before. You get into their headquarters, you take out all of the employees. There's a few
Just grafters.
just people going about their daily business.
Yeah, people trying to get by.
Yeah. And there's a few bosses, there's so loads of power-ups and weapons you can purchase in the in-game store, and it really is a bit of a dig at the microtransaction culture that's going on at the moment, which we're not massive fans of, but it has its place in certain parts in certain games. But that's a whole different video. But anyway, it has a go at the microtransactions thing that is dividing people at the moment. So yeah, we're all for that.
Yeah.
First thoughts, what do you reckon?
Well, I like Super Metroid. I like Metroid games. I like Castlevania, and this is exactly that.
It's a Metroidvania, isn't it?
It encourages backtracking, encourages exploration as you get more power-ups and as you upgrade your weapons.
Yeah.
I quite like the graphical style as well. It's very...
I do, because...
it's 16-bit but with a bit more polish.
Yeah, and there's loads and loads of different references. The references are quite subtle, you do need to look for quite a few of them. But the obvious ones, straight from the initial story setup, it's Streets of Rage. It's a Streets of Rage reference. And then later on, when the loading screen is very reminiscent of the old ZX Spectrum loading screens when you used to load games from a cassette tape. Yeah, that popular, that very familiar sound of Spectrum game loading. You've got other references as well in there, but we don't want to sort of give away too much. You have to play it for yourself. And every time you sort of go back through and go through a different level because you forgot something, you know it's another reference.
Yeah.
Very enjoyable.
I quite like the map feature because I mean I'll probably get slated for this for being shit, but I really didn't get on with like Metroid 2 because I got lost very easily.
Backtracking.
Yeah, this one there's on the mini map and on the main map. There's when you unlock rooms, it obviously unlocks them on the map.
Yeah.
But you can always tell if there's somewhere you haven't been because there's a little.
Tells you a little.
It like juts out a little bit, and you can see. Think, oh well, I'll go back there and see what's going on. So it's actually really hard to get stuck.
Yes.
By being lost.
I'm loving the music as well. The music is very catchy. You do notice the music, and then other times when it's important, it's in the background and it's not so obvious. But
sounds like a guitar from an old cop show.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it sounds like from like an 80s cop drama show.
Miami Vice.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and the sound effects are very satisfying when you hit enemies and things like that.
It's proper thwack, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. There's there's the actual feature that I mentioned earlier on, whereby it incorporates the QR scanner for most smartphones, so you can actually scan the screen and unlock further items to use within the game. And there's an in-game currency that you can use once you've scanned through the QR code app. You can collect, I can't remember the name of the currency, but you can collect them to use within the game.
It's just pig coins.
Pig coins, yeah. And it gives you codes. When you get a certain amount, it gives you codes to type in, which is a bit... The codes are quite long, quite annoying to type in. But that's only one floor.
Can't use a touch screen.
No. But it is a nice feature, but it's not essential to the game itself. It's just an added thing. If you put in the effort, you'll get some extra items quicker.
I think my favourite bit was, it's still in the same vein. By this point I was getting used to typing in codes and unlocking currency for me to use. I scanned one of them and it took me to another mobile game. It was like a sort of bubble bobble
Oh right,
kind of
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Oh, and also with the QR codes, I do need to mention it sort of makes reference to and makes fun of, by the way, games like Flappy Bird,
Yeah.
where you have to play a Flappy Bird style game to unlock, I think, more currency or a code or whatever. Very nice touch. I think that's some good-natured humour going on in the game. That's the other thing. It's a comedy slant, so it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it's pretty awesome at the same time. As you may have guessed, we actually really like the game, so we have to recommend it. There's no getting around it. We're always quite honest in our reviews, so we highly recommend. We reviewed the Nintendo Switch version. That's what we play it on, and again, it's another one of those that feels right on the Switch to me.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd like to play it on the PS4 or.
I think I've played it once on my TV when the Switch is docked.
Yeah,
The rest of the time
yeah.
I'm just sat on the sofa just playing it. It's handheld.
Definite handheld favourite for me. If you have a Switch Lite, then yeah, recommended.
Yeah, then definitely play it.
Definitely
handheld.
get that. Definitely recommended if you can only play it handheld. But very enjoyable. Can't recommend it enough. It is out in December, and I would say investigate. Worth your time.
Yeah, investigate. Just buy it.
Yeah, or just buy it.
Buy it now. Pre-order it.
Thanks for your time, everyone. We'll see you again soon.
See you later.